Sam Heughan has always been the kind of star who lets his work speak louder than his personal life. For nearly a decade, he has embodied Jamie Fraser on Outlander, captivating millions with his fierce passion, rugged charisma, and quiet dignity. Off-screen, however, Sam has remained a fortress, his private life carefully hidden, his romances cloaked in mystery. That is why the announcement he made this week sent shockwaves through both the entertainment industry and his fiercely loyal fanbase. In a press conference that was initially billed as a promotional event for his upcoming projects, Sam stunned the audience with words no one expected to hear. After answering the usual questions about his career, his whiskey brand, and his stage work, he paused, glanced at the crowd with visible emotion, and said, "There's something personal I feel I need to share. It's time I stop hiding." The room went silent. For a man who rarely, if ever, comments on rumors, the weight of those words was immense. And then came the confession that lit up headlines around the world. "Hannah James is expecting," Sam said, his voice steady but tinged with emotion. "And I am proud to say I am the father." For a moment, the audience was frozen, almost unwilling to believe what they had just heard. Then the room erupted. Reporters shouted questions, flashes from cameras intensified, and the news spread instantly across social media. Within minutes, hashtags like #SamandHannah, #HeughanBaby, and #OfficialConfession were trending globally. This wasn't just another celebrity rumor. This was confirmation from Sam himself, the man whose silence had fueled years of speculation about his love life. Fans who had once debated endlessly about whether Hannah James, his former Outlander co-star, was more than just a colleague finally had their answer. Hannah James, known for her role as Geneva Dunsany in Season 2, had long been linked to Sam in whispers and tabloids. Their on-screen chemistry had sparked endless conversation, their rumored off-screen connection fueling gossip long after Hannah left the series. But neither actor had ever confirmed anything, until now. Sam's admission carried an honesty that was both disarming and emotional. "It hasn't been easy keeping this private," he continued. "But Hannah deserves respect, and our child deserves to be welcomed with love, not rumors. I want to face this openly, and I want to share my happiness with all of you who have supported me for so many years." The reaction from fans was immediate and overwhelming. Some cried tears of joy, flooding Twitter with messages of congratulations. "He deserves happiness so much," one fan wrote. Another declared, "I've followed Sam for years. This is the moment we've all been waiting for, to see him open up about love and family." But alongside the celebration came an undercurrent of shock. For those who had grown accustomed to Sam's guarded nature, the announcement felt almost surreal. Why now? What had changed to make him step forward after years of secrecy? Sam seemed to anticipate those questions. With a small smile, he added, "There's another reason I wanted to share this now. Life is short, and when you're given a gift like this, you don't hide it. Hannah and I are looking forward to the future, and perhaps, by the end of the year, there may be even more to celebrate." The implication was unmistakable. Was Sam hinting at a wedding? The room buzzed with murmurs, reporters clamoring for clarification, but he stopped short of offering details. Instead, he left it hanging in the air, a promise, a tease, a cliffhanger that only fueled speculation further. By the time the event concluded, the internet was ablaze. News outlets around the world rushed to publish articles, each trying to capture the enormity of the revelation. Entertainment Tonight called it the announcement of the year. British tabloids splashed headlines like, "Heughan to be a father, wedding bells next?" And fan forums lit up with emotional posts, from joyous congratulations to heated debates over what the confession meant for the future of both Sam and Hannah. For the fandom, it was a watershed moment. The man they had adored for his strength, privacy, and discipline had opened his heart in the most vulnerable way possible. He wasn't just Jamie Fraser anymore. He was Sam Heughan, an actor, a partner, and soon, a father. And yet, even as fans celebrated, they were left dangling on the edge of a bigger mystery. Would Sam and Hannah seal their love with a wedding before the year ended? The answer, Sam hinted, was coming soon. The dust had barely settled from Sam Heughan's shocking revelation when the next wave of speculation began. His words, simple yet seismic, had confirmed two things. Hannah James was pregnant, and he was the father. But it was the final part of his announcement, the tantalizing hint that, perhaps, by the end of the year, there may be even more to celebrate, that sent the fandom into a frenzy. Was Sam Heughan about to get married? For fans who had followed his career for years, the possibility was overwhelming. Twitter erupted with celebratory posts. First a baby, now a wedding? Sam is giving us everything at once, one fan wrote. Another declared, we've waited nearly a decade for him to open up like this. A wedding would be the perfect ending to his Outlander journey. Hashtags like #HeughanWedding and #Sam and Hannah Forever trended within hours. The media wasted no time spinning headlines. People magazine ran with, Sam Heughan confirms baby on the way, hints at wedding plans. UK tabloids were bolder. Outlander star set for baby and bride by Christmas. Entertainment sites speculated endlessly about what kind of ceremony the couple might choose. Would it be an intimate Scottish wedding in the Highlands? A glamorous London affair? Or a star-studded Hollywood event? Meanwhile, fan forums buzzed with theories. Some insisted that Sam and Hannah had been quietly building a relationship for years, away from the public eye, and that the baby announcement was simply the natural next step. Others suggested the romance had been rekindled only recently, sparked by chance encounters in London, making the announcement all the more surprising. Hannah James herself became a central figure in the conversation. Known for her elegance and discretion, she had largely avoided the spotlight since her Outlander days. Now, she was thrust back into global headlines. Fashion blogs speculated about what kind of gown she might wear if the wedding rumors proved true, while fan accounts dug up old photos of her in Scotland during the filming of Season 2, romanticizing them as the beginning of it all. But not everyone was convinced. Skeptics pointed out the speed of the unfolding drama. A baby, a wedding, and all at once? It feels like a fairy tale, one critic wrote. But life isn't always a fairy tale. Others suggested the announcement might have been timed deliberately, coinciding with the heightened publicity around Outlander's final season and Sam's growing profile in Hollywood. Yet, for Sam's loyal fans, the confession felt authentic. His vulnerability, his willingness to finally address a personal matter so directly, carried a sincerity that no PR stunt could replicate. You could see it in his face, one fan wrote in a viral post. This wasn't about headlines. This was about love and family. What gave the story even more weight was the symbolic timing. Outlander, the show that had defined Sam's career and made him a global star, was coming to an end. His confession seemed to mirror Jamie Fraser's own journey: warrior, lover, husband, father. For many fans, the parallels between fiction and reality were almost poetic. Sam wasn't just closing a chapter on the show, he was opening a new one in his personal life. The idea of a wedding added a layer of fairy tale magic. Fans began to imagine the possibilities. Sam in a traditional kilt, Hannah in a flowing gown, the ceremony set against the sweeping hills of Scotland. Some even joked that Katrina Balfe, Sam's longtime co-star and friend, would undoubtedly play a role, perhaps even standing by his side as part of the wedding party. As the speculation reached fever pitch, Sam remained characteristically calm. He offered no further details, refusing to confirm or deny the wedding rumors outright. Instead, he allowed his initial words to linger, their ambiguity only fueling the frenzy. His silence, as always, spoke volumes. Behind the noise, however, one thing was clear. Sam Heughan's confession had reshaped the narrative around him. For years, he had been the guarded star, admired for his talent but shrouded in mystery. Now, he was stepping into the light, not just as an actor, but as a man embracing fatherhood, and perhaps marriage. For fans, it was more than news. It was a story, one they had followed for nearly a decade, now reaching its most personal and emotional chapter. And whether or not a wedding truly happened before the year's end, Sam had already given them what they craved most: a glimpse of the man behind the myth. The baby announcement was official. The wedding remained a question mark. But one truth was undeniable. Sam Heughan's next chapter was set to be the most exciting one yet.